few of them by you. She says, for example, that some people are arguing that an Igbo person cannot be president because Igbos tried to destroy Nigeria during the Civil War, and that because of that, they don't ever have the right to aspire to run Nigeria. Another thing she says she has heard people saying is that Igbos are very clannish, and that people like that should not be allowed. Another thing she brought up is that, Igbos are too mercantile in their approach, and that if you allow an Igbo man, let us not wake up one day and see that certain assets have been sold on behalf of other Nigerians. Ethnic bigotry, what some people will call tribalism. And she tried to knock each of those arguments one by one. And you see some of that kind of attitude in the way certain leaders from certain parts of the country have been dismissing the idea of Igbo presidency. So it's interesting to see someone from the North defending the idea of Igbo presidency. You are probably in the minority, coming from the North. So what really is a problem that most Northerners have with Igbos?
Well, I think that's on the surface level. There are lots of Igbos that we grew up with back in the North. I'm from a very, it used to be a small town, but it's not so small anymore. I'm from Kwantagora in Niger State, and I can tell you for free that we have thousands and thousands of Igbos living there. We have Igbos who have been, turbaned with titles in the North. We have Igbos who run our economy for us in the North, support the economy. We have Igbos who work with us to make things happen for us in the North. Unfortunately, when we come to the political space, we now start turning and twisting everything all over the place just so that it favors us whenever we want it to favor us. But I think if you want to go back to where all of this is really brewing from, I think it has to come from the Civil War. I think we haven't healed. I think the Igbo people haven't healed, and that is why anytime they're talking, they're very emotional about the things that have happened. And I think as a country, if we want that healing to happen, I think it's about time we start, giving them some sense of belonging, acceptability, understanding that in every good there is evil, and in every evil that there is good. And so if I'm a Hausaman, I'm going to tell you very clearly that amongst my people, there are good guys, very good guys, and there are bad guys, very bad guys. Same way in the South, same way in the East, and anybody who is not able to look at it from that angle is not being fair to himself. Because as we speak with you right now, we have certain Igbo people who have not just made us proud within Nigeria, but also outside the country, who actually fly the Igbo flag as high as possible, and they have no shame in it, and they have done tremendously well. However, sometimes we overflog the issues when this person is coming from an Igbo extraction, and I think it has a lot to do with the Civil War. And I keep telling people, we think that war happened and the Igbos lost the war. I think everybody lost. I think we set ourselves many years backwards, and we are still trying to heal. We haven't healed. And if we must be honest with ourselves, I think it's about time we start looking at what we can do or must do to ensure that this very large ethnic group that spreads across, not just within the space of Nigeria, but across the world, who have done tremendous things as well, are given that space on the table so that they can be proud to call themselves Nigeria before anything else. If we're still talking about an ethnic group who is still talking about leaving the shores of this country, even though there's no clear plan on how that is going to happen, then there's a problem. The instability that is causing in itself is worrisome. And I've seen people like Pius Aim who I think I saw a clip from one of the visitations that he made to a certain Yoruba leader who was vehemently cursing and raining abuses on a particular ethnic group. And he said to the man very clearly that, I agree that all of those things have gone wrong. How do we move forward? It's why I'm here. Well, and that is the mindset that we should all have.
Well, thank you, Ahmed Buhari. I'm sure you make a very good campaign coordinator for Senator Pius Aim. But the issue about Igbo presidency, just by way of summary, is about justice, fairness, equity. And nobody in Nigeria should assume that one group is doing another group a favor. We are all in this country together, and every citizen, no matter where they come from, should be electable to the highest office in the land. Thank you very much for joining us.